Hey, and how's it going? Did I post Facebook yet? Right, let's give it 5 minutes. See who comes in, if anyone comes in. See who. It's a pity about Google Plus because you used to put a notification up, weren't you? Letting people know when you can stream. But now that's gone. You can't do fuck all. Which is a bit of a shame, really. Because unless people got your notifications, they're not going to. Hang on, has my blood YouTube started fucking up already? I just squirty little round thing just then. I just squirt. Hello, Charming. How's it going? Yeah, so I'm not doing much tonight. I've been watching a bit of TV. Well, not TV, YouTube. I've been a bit busy over the last couple of days, actually. Now, I had a letter sent to me apparently in January, February time about a yearly electrician coming down to like check on me circuits and my lights and stuff like that. Yeah, and I never got it. And about 2 weeks ago, I got a letter stating that it's a final notice that if I didn't get an electrician down here, to check, then they can get back onto my housing association, and I can actually get it fitted because not responding to an electrician letter. So I rang them up and I said, listen, I've not had no letters from you, kind of thing. Like, I've only just got this one, which is like a final notice kind of thing. So they gave me an appointment, which was for today. And over the last couple of weeks, I've been like really like sorting things out. I've given the living room quite a bit of a sort out, actually. All my dolls are still where they are. I've still got boxes near my patio window, but I used to have a load of stuff on the floor, like kind of thing. Because I was actually given a couple of PCs which don't work, but I was going to try and fix them and give one to my nephew who's only like 4 years old. He can do some like games or something like that on it, like Minecraft or whatever. But I've not had time because I've been sorting out the living room, and it is a lot more tidier than normal, kind of thing. Because when I used to go out looking around for scrap and stuff like that, during the daytime, I used to bring everything home, just dump it in the living room, and I was getting quite a big pile in the living room. And because this electrician was coming, I had to start sorting stuff out, and I still went out during the daytime, walking around, but I've got to take a couple of days off again because I've got a really big blister that's popped on my foot again. This always seems to be my left foot and not my right foot. So I'm in a little bit of pain at the moment because I've got a blister about that big, on my left foot. It's popped. I'll cut the dead skin away, but it's really sore. Some people say, you shouldn't cut the dead skin away, but if you don't, then apparently it can rejoin and get all that horrible moisture back inside. So I've been kind of like sitting around, well, not sitting around, I mean walking around. And today, I just couldn't stay out that long because, well, the electrician came today, right? And whoever lived here before me had a dodgy electrician, I'll tell you that for one thing, yeah. Because when he looked at the jumper, the circuit box, yeah, he noticed there wasn't a backup for like if the jumper broke, know when you like have a short in something and it jumps the breaker. Well, there's supposed to be like a second fail-safe one, yeah. I didn't have that in there, so he had to like compromise and stick one in and jam one in because like my box wasn't like kind of big enough, so he had to kind of like compromise and stick one in because I've he said like without that if your jumper failed, your house will be on fire. And one of the in the kitchen I've got like next where the cooker switch is, I've got like a double kind of plug socket, yeah, which don't really very use. One of them had like a bit of a broken plug stuck in there, the plastic bit, yeah. So he actually replaced that. And as he was testing it, he said he couldn't find an earth. And I said, well, I don't really use it. He goes, it doesn't matter. He goes, it's got to be done because that can actually cause a fire. So, he done some repair works. He put a new smoke alarm up in my kitchen, thank God. He could have done my bathroom, but I've already got an electrician booked for the 22nd, I think it is. Because like my light switch pulley's broken. And I'm having to use like the little shaver mirror kind of like light, which is about that big, but it gives me enough light for when I go in the bathroom late at night. He could have done them, but he said no. But you best wait for the proper electric, the other electrician to come down and do it. But as I say, I've been kind of like going around, looking for things, and it's surprising what things people chuck at. Actually, no, not the laptop. That's my original laptop, which I bought like 2 years ago, and I only just found it the other day. I put it somewhere. I'm thinking, where did I put that bloody laptop? Because I used to do the screen sharing when I used to do my live streams, and I couldn't find it. It was up there underneath the boxes, and I checked it out, and it still works. Just that it's really slow, and I mean very slow. So I've had to install some software, hoping that might cure it. But if not, I might have to format the drive and put a new software on, like the old Windows 7 or something, or XP. Hello, Jackie, Leslie. But yeah, I can't use them because I don't have Sky and I don't have Virgin. But the things people throw out nowadays, Virgin Media set-top box with a terabyte hard drive. I try to open it up, but I can't because it's got a special kind of like key screw in there, which you need. I do have one, but I ain't got one which is long enough. But that's got a terabyte hard drive in there, yeah. Right. Now these are kind of a bit old. Now I did have two of the black Virgin Media. Not Virgin. I had two of the black Sky set-top boxes, which one had a 320 gig hard drive and the other one had a 500 gig hard drive in, which I scrapped out for the hard drives. I found another two the other day, but these are the old IDE hard drives, and I've got nothing really I can use it IDE apart from one of the computers. So I was given a couple of computers the other day, and they're not working, but I might be able to get one working. Just like as an old like little fucking game system for my nephew if he wants it. He's only 4, but I mean you might be able to put Minecraft on. Play like CDs on there, like Build Bob the Builder, Postman Pat and stuff like that on there. But yeah, I found this one as well. That one's got 160 gig in it, IDE hard drive, and this one's got an 80 gig IDE hard drive. Now I didn't have, the problem is Why do people chuck them out but they never put the remote control to them? You know, that's what kind of like boggles me. If they're going to throw something out, like a TV or a hi-fi or something, you know, which you use remote control, why they don't throw the remote controls out with them? Because like everything else, you know, we always lose our remote controls, don't we? That's why there were no remote controls, but I have ordered a couple of remote controls on there to see if I can get them working. You know, even if I can get the menu up, I ain't going to be able to like watch Sky TV, but if I can get the menu up, then at least I might consider that going on Sky. I don't know yet. I've got those. I might just strip them out and send the remote controls back. But like this, for instance, yeah, this was sitting outside someone's garden. Well, not in the garden, but on the wall in a plastic bag. And I kind of like thought, well, I wonder what's in that bag. And I saw it and I thought, oh, fucking hell, man. So I actually knocked on the door and I said, is that door scratched? Go, yeah, take it, want it? So I took it. All right. And I can't remember if it works or not. That's all right, you know. Well, it works. The what's name works. The tape deck works on it. The CD, I'm not sure the CD works or not actually. Eject. Oh, I ain't got a CD in here, but I think I did test it out and everything works on it. I was actually going to try to see if I could actually convert this into a ghost box, but with this one, I don't think it's possible because when you scan it, you get that silent scan. You don't get like just all that static, you know, kind of thing, which is a shame because I might be able to actually convert it into a ghost box. But no, it's not a bad little one. Keep it in the kitchen, so I fancy listening to a bit of music. I'll cook my dinner. You know, nice little radio that actually. Well, I couldn't give it to my nephew because I did come across a little red. I thought, you know, it's like a little red suitcase kind of thing, yeah. And that was in the skip where I got permission to dig out, you know, copper cable. And I opened it and it had like 25 kids' tapes in it. So I could give him that as well with the tapes because it's all like children tapes. So yeah, you know, oh no, I'm going to drink my coffee. You've been fed, you've been meowing after night, be quiet. So yeah, like, you know, I've been walking around miles and miles and miles. And that's why I've got a big blister on my foot, so I won't be going out tomorrow. I'll be concentrating on a little bit more tidying. The next major task is in here. But I don't have no boxes at the moment, so I need to get some boxes. Because I'm going to start sorting all over there, all that lot. I'm going to try and find somewhere to put those boxes over there. You know, those two bottom cardboard boxes are full of DVDs. I mean DVDs, movies, paranormal stuff, you know, like ghost hunting, poltergeist movies and documentaries on poltergeist and stuff like that. So I need to sort that out. I need to sort all along there near the wardrobe. The top of the wardrobe has got stuff in them boxes. But my cupboard in the hallway is kind of like getting full at the moment. So it means I'm going to have to probably start donating a few bits and pieces maybe. Or just chucking it away. No. Some people say, you know, you're a hoarder. Maybe so. You know, I don't like throwing things away if it works, you know. Because there's always possibly a use for something for it, you know, like I've got like two little chest boxes down there. I can put stuff in it. Well, one of them's actually got like my sewing stuff in there for when, like, you know, I'll get a hole in my trousers. Like, for instance, you know, sew my trousers up, which I ain't done yet. Yeah, so one of them's got my sewing gear. Over in the bottom corner, it's got a lot of my paranormal stuff in there. You know, devices, cameras, digital cameras, normal cameras, EVP recorders, sensor lights and stuff like that. But I will get to do some of that sometime. Even if it means like putting it all in boxes, so you ain't got like everything like kind of like stuck out, like the radios and books and tools and stuff like that. I've got kind of like categorize them, get some bigger boxes, and then put them in each box, categorize, so I know exactly what's in them. And then if it means like still putting the boxes down, I will do, because like my hallway cupboard is kind of like getting full. I had to sort that out as well the other day, because I have the electronic engineer coming through today. He had to take my old PC out, a box and a toolbox out of there, so we could get into the circuits. But I am actually doing it. I'm getting to do some tidying up. Like my kitchen, right? That was a bit of a mess. I've tidied that up. My kitchen draining board, the sink draining board, was kind of rusty, and I've always been trying to find a way of like cleaning that, getting some of that crap off it. I actually found out one of those wire brushes, not the actual brush, but it looks like a Brillo pad, but it's not like a Brillo pad. It's like a ball of like metal, and just putting a bit of washing liquid and scrubbing it, it actually does work. So I've actually cleaned half of my dress. I've actually cleaned half of my draining board at the moment. I've cleaned my kitchen out because I had a load of stuff in there from where I've been walking around. I've got like a microwave that guy was given to me. That actually does work, but I don't know how to do the timing and set the clock on it. All it needs a little bit of a wash out. I can dump my other one, because my other one that I normally use, it cuts out after about 2 minutes of cooking. So, and I have been trying to like save up money for a new microwave, but someone gave me one the other day. I said, "Is it working?" She goes, "Yeah, nothing wrong with it." She said, "We decided to upgrade." So that's in the kitchen on the site, well, on the floor at the moment. I've got to try to find instruction manual on, Google, to see how to do the timer and set the clock and stuff like that. Give it another quick wash out, because it did smell a little bit, but pretty good condition. And that saved me money to go out and buy a new microwave. What else was there? But yeah, the living room is a lot more tidier. Not as much spacious as it used to be, but it is tidier. I was a bit concerned, like when people come in here, seeing all the dolls in here. When the electrician came, he goes, "What room's that one?" I said, "The living room." I said, "There's a load of dolls in there, so don't get spooked with them." And he just kind of like looked at me and just walked in there and checked the plug sockets and said, "Yep, they're fine." So I'm going to be sorting out those as well, and boxing a lot of them dolls up and putting them kind of like in storage. So that's going to be done. I still have a X amount of dolls just sitting there as kind of like on show kind of thing. But a lot of them are going to be boxed up. Even if I have to once they box, I can put the boxes where the dolls are, so it ain't going to be too much of a problem. Just that my hallway cupboard is kind of like full, and I need to pull that out again, so I know there's some empty boxes in there, from my CCTV camera box. All I've got to do is take the polystyrene out, throw that away, and use that box. There's other boxes in there, different shapes and sizes. The PC box, from when I had help with this computer, that box is in there, and I think that's empty, so I can use that to store some of the dolls in. And I think some of the dolls will probably be stored in the hallway cupboard. But I still need to do this room actually. But it's going to take time because I've been a bit off colour at the moment. Not, I've been going out, because I haven't been feeling too well, when I'm sitting in here. So I've been going out, getting that air into me, but I've been doing too much bloody walking. I wish I had a bike, push bike actually, but that's another thing I don't have money for, is not, for a push bike. If I had a push bike, I wouldn't have to walk around so much, and that could give me a lot more exercise, because that might help with my knee, because I have arthritis in my left knee. Coming up and down the stairs, you need the old cracking of the bone. But if I had the money, I'll buy, a little cheap bike, about, I think you can get them for about 100 quid or something, use that for going out and about on. Yeah, I've just been keeping myself busy going out. I ain't been bringing a lot of stuff home like I used to actually. Like, the other day I bought like 2 bags of stuff home. There's all more cable and everything else. And one of those, that Virgin Media box, and an old PC that was, was sitting out on someone's driveway. And I knocked on the door. Can I have that? Yeah, I'll take it. And I had to carry that home for like fucking a mile and a half. And it was a heavy little bastard computer that was. You can't turn it on because the power button's been smashed off. So I'm going to take the motherboard out, and I've already taken the hard drive out. Well, I've actually stripped it all. Actually, I stripped it all. All what's left is like the metal shell. That's going to go downstairs in the recycling bin tomorrow. But yeah, I have been keeping myself, kind of like active doing stuff. Once I've got all this all sorted out, and the room's a bit more tidier, then I'm going to start concentrating on doing more paranormal. I've just got too much stuff, that I'm trying to concentrate on, and when you're in that kind of situation, thinking, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, kind of thing, it tends to like put you off on doing other kind of things, because once you've been sorting all the bloody living room out in the kitchen and the hallway cupboard, which I've done over the last few days, I've gone out, come home, done a lot of tidying up, sat down, watched the red TV, and I'm bloody tired then, and I'll go to bed, kind of thing. And, it does wear you out. And you just don't want to do anything else, you just want to sit there, have a cup of coffee, watch a little bit of YouTube or TV or something, and then go to bed. But I'm going to do some videos on my other channel, scrapping videos. I've got like, I was getting the VCR, which doesn't work, I don't think. It's kind of all crappified, a bit rustic. So that's going to be scrapped out. What else was there? What's a Blu-ray DVD player, which is like, kind of like been sitting outside someone's door for about 3 weeks, and it's got like, dirt on it. So I'm going to scrap that out just for the circuit board. People say, well, what are you going to do with the circuit boards? Well, there are things in there that you can actually use, like the motors that run the actual CD. You can take them out for one and build not ghost boxes, but you can build what are they called? EM pumps with them. Circuit boards. If I get enough circuit boards, I could probably take them out to the scrap dealer, and he might give me a couple of quid for them. PC boards, if it's old, if it's like one of the old PC boards and it's got the original processor in it, and it's like one of the big processors, they're worth money actually. Because I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels on like scrapping. There is one, I can't remember his bloody channel name actually, but he's in Australia, and he goes around, it's called E-Ways, And he goes around, he gets so much stuff given to him. He goes to schools and gets like 50 to 100 computers, laptops, he gets microwaves, he gets TVs, he gets monitors, printers, and Christ knows, he's got a big garden, and half his garden is full of like e-ways. And e-ways, as I say, is like electronics, computers, TVs, and that. And he explains what is worth money and what isn't worth money. And he was saying, like last night on one of his videos, which I was watching, don't scrap old PCs, from like, if they're about 4 or 5 years old, then don't scrap them. If you are going to scrap them, keep the boards, because the boards are worth money. They've got like, see, if I can't actually show you one at the moment. Let me just get this hard drive. See, these, like the hard drives, these have got gold-plated pins on here, right? Now, with the old IDEs, it's like, actual pins, not these like slot things, And people cut them off to recover gold from them. But you need like thousands of them, kind of thing, to making like a gram of gold out of it. And you've got to like have like certain acids and stuff like that, which I will never touch. So, anything I get, if I can like cut them off and, save them, within the next year or two, you might be able to sell them to someone, and someone might buy them. Circuit boards, old PC circuit boards, processors, memories, cards, the old modems, some of the old modems are worth money. But I don't get really any of that given to me much, actually, unless I'm lucky enough to see it on someone's curb or something, and I'm willing to bring it home. I've had 4 PCs given to me over the last 3 weeks, but they're all scrap. They don't. Either 2 of them ain't got no memory in, but got hard drives in, or some of them's got memory in, but no hard drives. And the ones with the memory but no hard drives, I ain't got the right hard drive to put in there. So, it just means like, keeping them and storing them in a dry place, and eventually maybe I might be able to get one working out of 4. Then I can get it to my grandson. It's not going to be like a decent computer. It's going to be like an old one with, that actually runs like the old IDE hard drives. I think I've actually got IDE hard drive here, actually. This is it's only a 40 gig, but that's the one I'm talking about. These have got like gold-plated pins in them, right along here, and people recycle those gold-plated pins. It's actually got other kind of precious metals in these as well, like platinum, and other kind of stuff, palladium, platinum, and God knows what else. I'm not going to do nothing with them. I'm just going to like try to build 1 or 2 computers, give one to my grandson. If I can get 2 running, I'll give 1 to my grandson and 1 to my daughter if she needs one. But I think she's got an iPad. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind having a computer if I could build one. But it ain't going to be like, something amazing and like smart and top of class. It's going to be an old one. But as long as you can get on the internet with it, that's the main thing, kind of thing. It wouldn't be no good. These ones I've got ain't no good for like, video editing and like doing other stuff on it, kind of thing. I don't even know if you'll be able to do like streaming on there. But as long as you can get on like, to Facebook, then that'd be okay for her. But, I ain't going to worry about those computers for now. I'm going to be busy sorting all this shit out when I can find some boxes. And once I sorted that out, I'll tackle that bit up there, where those boxes are. And once I sort them out, I'm going to put like my ghost boxes on there, you know, my paranormal stuff, you know, like my EM pumps, DC boxes, you know, my K2 meters and stuff like that, so I know where they all are. But you know, it has been very hot. It actually did cool down a bit today. We did have a little bit of rain today, thankfully. I don't know what the weather's going to be tomorrow because I can't even remember what I've done with the bloody mobile phone. What did I do with my mobile? That's a point. What's that? No, I've been meaning to go out and do other stuff. Like I wanted to go out and do some metal detecting. But, you know, time I wake up, I'm thinking, well, you know, should I go metal detecting? You know, spend a couple of hours metal detecting, or should I just go out looking for more, you know, little gems out on the curb, on the street? I've been going out looking for stuff on the street, but I will go out eventually and do some metal detecting. I've got to contact Alan about next week because we're supposed to be meeting up again next week. That's definitely going to be metal detecting, I think. I want to do some like cemeteries soon as well. Get back to doing some cemetery work, and I might even do some nature walks and have them on this video, on this channel, as well as my other channel. So let's just see what's on here before we got the anonymous phone calls, which ain't going to happen because I just turned the phone off. Fucking EE. He's always sending me messages. I don't know if it pissed down all evening. I did have a little bit of sleep earlier because I was so bloody tired. My foot was killing me. You know, I've got like a blister about that big on my foot, you know, which popped, and you know, I don't like that skin sitting there because, like, you know, it just like makes it more painful. But it's more painful when you cut that skin off. I know it's gross, but you know, my foot has been killing me like since 5 o'clock this afternoon, kind of thing, you know. Who's that? Echoes. That's my old gaming channel name, Manic Killer. So that's definitely one of the gamers. As long as you're nice and you're not trolling. Well, hello. Eccles. Say hello to James. That's November though, isn't it? Halloween. I don't know, to be honest, because like it's not as fun to do it on your own, really. Because like when we used to have like the Google Hangouts, and we used to have like 4, 5, 6 people in here, you know, you used to have to all dress up. That's cool, but now, you know, Google Hangouts have been closed down. You know, I ain't gonna sit here on my fucking Jack Jones, just like, you know, wearing some kind of like fucking creepy mask and like face paint and shit like that. You know, if I do, I'm going to have to be fucking pissed out of my brains this year. And you know, I don't really drink. I can't. I'll be honest, mate. I can't remember my Jack Attack. I really can't remember. I ain't been playing gaming for several months now anyway. I used to be on the old Daisy, but my base kept getting completely destroyed all the time. So I just gave up with it. I thought, fuck it, I ain't going to bother. So I've actually uninstalled Steam. I've been doing other stuff, concentrating on my other channel. Doing videos, walking around outside, doing a little bit of scrapping, doing videos in here, taking things apart. So I was going to do like a metal detecting one this week, but I didn't get around to doing it. I was thinking about going over to Common and camping over there overnight, but I just don't have the funds, on my travel card. That's why I've been doing a lot of money. My funding has gone really down. Really, really down. That's why I've got blisters fucking left, right and centre. Let's have a look on the weather tomorrow. Yeah, you can say that again. Too many fucking devils. Weather. What's the weather going to be like? Saturday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday. Gustly winds and sun interviews, so it's going to be windy tomorrow. 21 degrees, 14 Celsius. Sunday is 21 and 12. Monday is going to be 20, 11. Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be raining. Thursday, Friday is sunny interviews. Next Saturday, cloudy. And then from the 18th all the way to the 22nd, sunny. So we're going to have a lot of sun, but a little bit of rain as well next week. And it's going to be windy tomorrow. Hey, Casey. No, I'll be honest with you, I thought, like, what am I going to do tonight? It's still a bit early. I don't really want to go to bed too early because I had a little sleep earlier for about an hour and a half. I could start sorting this shit out, but I just didn't have no boxes. So I can't sort this room out until I get some boxes, So I thought, well, I don't fancy doing anything paranormal tonight, so I thought I'd just have a general chat. So you know what I'm doing. I will get sorted all this shit out, hopefully soon. And once I've done that, then I can start concentrating on getting back doing a bit of paranormal. Because as I say, like, with Google Hangouts, right, they screwed it up for everyone, really, don't they? Because, like, I can't even do a live stream with my DVR unless I've got a camera facing the actual, like, big screen TV. But this PC, right, when I've got my DVR system on here, I used to be able to, like, share screen it, but now we can't do that. No, the only way I'm going to be able to do it is put it, like, the webcam facing the monitor, but the monitor's too small, so I want to put it on the big screen, but for some reason I can't get that to work on the big screen TV. I can't get the PC to work on the big screen. So I found my laptop, but I remember before I put my laptop away, I had the same problem. It used to work on a big screen TV, but then suddenly it stopped working on big screen TV. So I'm trying to find a way of getting that back to work on big screen. So when I decide to do like a live stream, probably one of those overnight ones where I'm sleeping, I can have the camera on the chair and have it facing the big screen. Shh. But Yeah, I miss some of the stuff that we used to do on the old Google Hangouts. Shame they're taking it down. You know, they should have done it like the Premiere, like, you know, the Premiere YouTube, like, kind of thing, you know. But have like Premiere, have Hangouts on your Premiere and charge you like $6 or $10 a month, you know, kind of thing, and still have like that Hangout kind of like feature, because then they would still be making money. But I think because they weren't making money on the Hangouts, it was all free. That's probably the reason why they're taking it off. So they're not making money, are they? Even when you got YouTube Premiere, they're making money out of you. So, you know, try to get the webcam connected onto the PC. Say that again. If I can get the webcam facing the big screen TV and get the computer connected to the big screen TV, so I can screen share through that way. Well, it won't be screen sharing, you'll just be seeing the DVR, won't you? Because the camera will be facing it. Because the Hangout used to be like a 30-second delay. She had a cuddle earlier, butter kisses. I'm fed up with her keep meowing. She's been done. She's been spaded or neutered or whatever the fucking thing is. And when I stroke her, she's still sticking her ass up, you know, kind of thing. You know, and if you give her a cuddle for about 10-20 minutes, yeah, or just stroke her for 10-20 minutes, right? Sometimes she doesn't even do that. She want attention. As soon as you go to pick her up, she'll run off. And like she'll come down here to the chair. I'm stroking her for about 5-10 minutes, right? Then I can't put my arm up. She'll disappear for about 2-3 minutes and come back and more stroking. As soon as I put my hand down to stroke her again, she fucking runs out in the hallway. She's just a dopey cat. Don't forget, she is still young. I've only had her about 3 years, I think. 3-4 years, something like that. I think once they get old enough, you know, they tend to settle down, don't they? You know, they don't be such a pain in the goddamn ass all the time. I was watching Akachika. He just put a video up. His wife is like a veterinarian, and he's done a nice little video of a kitten that they brought home to adopt. And he's got a lot of animals in his house because of his wife being a veterinarian. And this kitten is 1 out of 5 kittens, and the mother, which was poisoned by antifreeze. Fucking some nasty bastards out there, I tell you, man. So, you know, at the mother and 4 other kittens that died, only 1 survived, and he calls her Doodle Wobble or something. I can't say something wobble, because she's always wobbling around, you know, she's trying to like walk around on her feet, but she's kind of like still unstable because I think she's still got that poison inside her, but she is getting better apparently. And he done a nice video on it, you know. So Akachika, that's what his name is on YouTube. He's a guy who does a lot of like river treasure, you know, scuba diving not so much scuba diving, but he goes around creeks and rivers looking for like Civil War stuff. He's been over in the UK, you know, meeting up with metal detectorists and stuff like that. He's even done like a program with History Channel, I think. But yeah, Akachika, great person. But now the other thing I've got to do is I need to pull all this out and sort the cables out underneath this table, because sometimes I'm tripping over the bloody cables, and if I had the money, I'd get all brand new DVR camera cables and redo all those, because I've got it in between the gap of the door. You know, it's not that much of a gap. It's only like 2 inches, not even that. You know, you can barely get the cable through the fucking door. You know, keep opening and shutting them. Where's the cable and freeze them, and it cuts the cable sometimes, and you lose the DVR. Like I've got about 6 cables out there when there's only like 4 cameras. You know, no, I've got about 7 cables. Right, 2, 4, probably about 8 cables, and there's only 1, 2, 5 DVR cameras. 2 in the living room, 2 in the hallway, 1 in the kitchen. 5, yeah. So there's like 3 cables ain't do nothing. But, you know, I would love to get, you know, the money to get new cables. But each cable is like £6 each. So what's that? 6, 12, 24, about 36, £40, something like that, to get all the cables redone. Can't afford it. I just bought a lottery ticket the other day. Not one fucking number. Not one number. So even if I won a couple of £1,000, that would have kept me going for a little while, because I'll be able to catch up with my bills, and then I'll be able to go out and get all the cables that I need, buy some proper storage cupboards, you know, get this room sorted out, get my dressing table fucking renewed over there, because 2 of the drawers are broken on that one, as you know. Get myself a push bike. It's money I don't have. Again, that's why I have to walk now, because I just can't afford the bus rides, you know, to travel. That's one gets so many fucking blisters on my feet. You know, look, I only got one little medical kit out because I had to like fucking invade my foot earlier. I put a plaster on it, but I thought, no, you know, I need to get air to it, you know. And I just like, you know, kept my sock off for a couple of hours, and I put my sock back on because my foot started getting a little bit cold. Hey, hi, how's it going? Yeah. You know, this is like, I don't really class myself a hoarder, but I have got a lot of stuff. And there's stuff here I do not want to throw away, because there's always use for that stuff that I've got, you know. Like my handheld Xbox Connect, the one that holds the bit where it holds the tablet, bloody broke. So I need to get a new one of those. That's like £6. You know, people used to send me messages, like Steve Cooper, for instance. Yeah, he sent me a message not long ago. He goes, mate, I heard that, you know, you keep saying that you ain't got money. Why don't you start building your electronics, you know, your ghost hunting stuff again? I just can't be asked, mate. No, I have got like, you know, a lot of components and stuff. I could probably like build EM pumps and DC, couple of DC boxes and knock them out, but I just can't remember how to build them now, you know. It's like, there's not so much losing interest, you just can't remember how you build them, you know, like you need to like remember how that went to that, that went to that, and that went to that, you know. I know EM pumps are quite piss easy to do. I could probably build like 20 of those. But, well, I say 20, I could probably build about 8, because I've got the motors to build 8. And that's all you really need is the motor, the switch, the battery component, you know, the compartment thing, and the box. But I ain't got enough boxes. I could probably build about 40 EM pumps. DC boxes, I could probably build 2 of those. And my power sensors, I could probably build 2 of those, but I just can't remember how to fucking put them all together now. I think as we get older, you know, we all tend to get that dementia where you forget things, you know. Like my mum had my mum's got dementia. My dad died of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, and I believe I might have a touch of dementia because I can't remember half the things I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I know I've been out doing things, but you know, the other day when I went out, I thought, did I do this road? Have I been up that road? No, I just couldn't remember what fucking road I've been up, you know. Weirdest thing, yeah, is at least I'm getting a little bit of knowledge on where I am, you know, because I walked God knows how far the other day, and I just kind of went in one big circle and then in the back in, you know, kind of thing. It's like I'm always, you know, I used to be one of those people who used to be afraid to go out in case I got lost, you know, and I can't read a map. You know, even the map on, you know, your tablet, I kind of get confused with because like the maps always seem to be upside down. Like when, you know, I used to carry one of those like little paper maps, you know, you have to turn it around to make sure that you're going the right way, which is kind of weird, you know. And even on the Google Maps, you know, hang on, I get lost on the Google Map because I remember using the Google Map here, and I was walking up a road. I was supposed to turn left, but it's like a crossroad, and it said turn left, and I turned left, and I continued walking, and I looked back on the Google Map, and I was going the wrong bloody way. I thought, hang on a minute, that just said left in it, but apparently it's supposed to have been right. So I had to go all the way back down the bloody road, you know, kind of thing. But I'm no good at reading maps. You know, I don't mind being a little bit adventurous and, like, you know, if I do get lost, you know, I'll ask someone. But I like it. Like, you know, I've been here 5 years, right? Honestly, I've been here about 5 years, and you know, I still don't know the names of the roads. You know, I honestly do not know the names of the roads. You know, if I go down here and turn left and turn right, I wouldn't even know what the road's called. But with me, I think like you don't really need to know the name of the roads as long as you can get your bearings and you've been up that road 4 or 5 times. You know, then you know where you are. If you've been up the road once and you turn left and turn right and you don't know where the fuck you are, it's just more kind of like chancing you're going the right way. And eventually, you know, you come out on another road where you think, now this looks a bit familiar. And you just walk along that road a little bit and you come to like a shop or like a certain part of the road which you actually do know, you know, kind of thing. Like a landmark. And you think, I know I am. But I think there's someone actually doing the same thing as me, actually. And I need to keep my mouth shut while I'm going because, like, today I went up there and I didn't get fuck all. And usually there's stuff up there all the time. And you could see that someone's been, like, pulling out, you know, pulling the bin liner bags. Because, like, well, sometimes where I go, you've got these big bin liners in between, like, these buildings. And, like, all what I got today was about 4 cords. 4 cords. Nothing else. Because, like, every time I got to, like, you know, one of these big wheelie bins, you could see that someone had actually been inside it. Not inside the wheelie bin, but inside the bags. And I tell you, man, oh, it is so disgusting up there. No, I should wear a face mask. No, I actually did take my gloves today. But, you know, it's not so much. I don't really like going in the bags because, like, you know, you get all that food waste and it stinks like fuck. It's so stinky out there, man, some of the times. There's so many flies. But, you know, if you see like a cooker or a fridge freezer sitting out there, you know, they can't get that in the wheelie bin. It's just sitting there. So just get that cable, snip it. All right, nice little bit of copper there. And that's what I've been mainly collecting is a lot of copper cable because, like, you know, copper is worth a little bit more money, you know, kind of thing. I can't get lead. No, I saw someone doing some roofing the other day, and I said, I see your roof, mate. I said, you ain't got any scrap lead up there, have you? He goes, nope, sorry, mate. So I think nowadays, like when people do roofing, you can't put lead up there And then if there's lead on there and they got to take it down, they can't give away because, like, you know, the toxicity that lead gives, you know, kind of thing. So now I think if you walk along the road and you see that kind of like dull grey kind of thing along the roofing part, mainly near the chimney and near the gutters, that's lead. But now they can't put lead up there. They got to use tin or nickel. No, it's more tin than anything else. So I did get a little bag of car wheel weights the other day, but most of them are zinc. But copper, you know, I'm saving up the copper, so if I do either try to build my own furnace or, you know, I can buy one later, you know, a proper furnace one. I can melt down the copper and make my own fishing weights. You know, I have got like some lead fishing weights that I've made, which are out in the kitchen in a little box. And like, you know, I want to give some to me, you know, the guys I know, because you know, it's always nice to like give something out. No, so when I do go fishing next, I'll probably give them some. But I ain't done no kind of like melting down of kind of any metals whatsoever because I just, you know, like with lead, you know, you can melt that down with one of those like little burner things, you know, those little flame guns easily. All you do is put your lead in a saucepan, get your flame gun, and just like you can either do it down into the lead or underneath the saucepan and let the saucepan heat up. Then the lead melts, and then you can do it that way. And then you just pour your lead into like your little molds. But I ain't done no kind of like, you know, I've got like still about 5 kilos of, you know, lead ingots that I made from the scrap lead. And the way to make ingots, you just get like a muffin tin or, you know, a cake tin. You heat that up, and once your lead's all melted down, you just pour that into your muffin tin. Then you made your light little ingot and you just put that one side. Then you can remelt that and make your fishing weights when you need to. But I've made like about 25, 30 fishing weights. Because like when you go fishing, you always lose them, you know, because your line either snaps or you get snagged up and you've got to cut the line. Just think of how many fishing leads in each lake, each river. You know, that's another thing I'm going to do with your government. They're going to stop, like, well, not the government. I think it's the government. I think they're going to stop doing having industries, you know, factories making fishing weights out of lead now. So, you know, lead will actually be kind of like banned or kind of stopped being used for, you know, certain things in the UK. Because I have looked on Google, well, not Google, I've looked on eBay, and they're actually doing fishing weights out of tin, zinc and copper now. So that's why I keep, you know, trying to get as much copper as I can, because then I can make my own fishing weights out of copper then, once I've run out of lead. But, you know, I've got like this big, it's like a weaving basket. That's probably about 4 foot tall. That's all full of like cables. Then I've got like another little kind of like tub thing, which is full of cables. Then I've got more cables out on the balcony, which ain't stored anywhere, you know, because they're just getting wet, but that doesn't really matter. And then all the plastic, the PVC, and all that kind of stuff, that gets put to one side, and then that can go into the recycling. So in one way, you know, people say, oh, you're fucking. Hello, Mooney. You know, some people turn around and say, oh, look at him, you know, going around picking shit up off the floor, you know, and scavenging. You know, there were people like me and a few million other people doing it, you know, all this shit will be going in landfill, and it's not good for the environment. So I'm doing that little bit extra for the environment, you know. When I go metal detecting, I'm pulling shit out from the ground, you know, like lead, copper, tin, you know, especially tin, you know, fucking Coca-Cola and fucking soda cans and shit like that, pull tabs, iron, steel, you know, you're pulling all that out, and it's not actually gonna like decay in that ground anymore because you've actually pulled it out. And you know, I don't bring all that home now. I just like put it in the local, you know, trash bin or something. You know, if it's a piece of lead, then I'll keep it and bring it home. If it's something of interest, you know, like musket balls, which are made out of lead, I'll bring them home. Anything, you know, like art, looks like a bit like a artifact or something interesting, I'll probably bring home. But most of the scrap, I'll just put in the bin now, yeah. Same when I go metal, magnet fishing. You know, I'm pulling out so much shit from the actual river. Now, it's only maybe a little fraction part of the river, but at least you're helping to pull some of that shit out, you know. You know, you're helping the environment. And people turn around and be nasty. You know, they should be saying, oh, well done, Steve, you know, you helped the environment there, mate. Which I am, because, like, you know, some of the shit I'm bringing home could be going in landfills. And that's more pollution. You know, all this metal gets toxic stuff, you know. You know, like computers and TVs and microwaves, you know, being thrown in, you know, landfills. It takes hundreds of years for it to actually, like, break up and, you know. But then you've got all that kind of toxic stuff in there. Like, did you know TVs, right, have got lead in? So that gives off toxic stuff. So, you know, practically everything we use has got some kind of toxic, and we don't realise that. But it has. Or radiation. Did you know your microwave and your cooker gives off radiation? Yeah. Your TV gives off radiation. Your computer gives off radiation. You know, EMF as well. Electromagnetic fields, you know. Your computer gives off EMF. And that's why we get, you know, headaches and eye aches and, you know, because we're watching the screen and, you know, you're just, you know, breathing it in, and if you ain't breathing it in, you know, it's not doing your eyes no good. Now, even your bulb, your light bulb's giving off radiation. Everything in here is giving off radiation. Hey, Mooney, I'd leave him alone. He's been good. Oh, he's kept his mouth shut, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a start drama. They've kept their mouth shut. They're not doing drama. So you just leave them alone. You know, let them carry on doing their streams. I know I have been told that he's actually streaming again. Good luck to him. Let him stream. You know, as long as he's not doing fucking bullshit drama. No, I see a few people keep coming up and down like yo-yos. Well, anyway, I'm not getting into that because I'm not going to start talking about that bullshit, and I'm not going to start talking about drama and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and things that's been done. It's been done. You know, just let the past be the past, and you know, move on. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, everything we got in there in your house gives off some kind of like radiation or EMF, or you know, gives off like toxics. Even gas, right? Even your gas gives off toxics. Did you know that? Although it's burning, there's still like toxins coming out of that burning. When you like turn your cooker on and you've got like a gas stove, that's still giving off some kind of like emittance of like toxic gases. Your radio that gives off EMF. Yeah, you can get breast cancer by doing that. Your mobile phone with all the kind of like metals in there. Even mobile phone is dangerous because that gives off high EMF radiation, with some of the metals in it. And every time you put it up to your ear, that's giving off slight radiation. That's why we get headaches all the time, because radiation building into your brain. Like pollution, noise pollution. Ain't no good. Got a boombox fucking blaring away, that gives you headaches. That's a good find that was actually, though. Bit of a bloody heavy thing to carry home, but, and it is quite heavy. And I thought, well, yeah, if it don't well, I'd strip it. It looked a little bit damp because it had been slightly raining, like a little drizzle that day. I wasn't going to like plug it in straight away. So I thought, okay. So I left it a couple of days in the kitchen, let it dry that. And I plugged it in. I thought, is it going to go bang? Am I going to have my circuit blow? But no, it turned on straight away. And good little radio. Yeah, cheers, but I'm not worrying about them. If things start off again, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not going to listen to them. I'm not going to watch them. I'm not going to read no comments, nothing like that. I'm just moving on with my shit, man. And as you know, I ain't been doing much as it is. Because when all that was going on, it just kind of like put me off doing stuff. I ain't going to do with it anymore. And they are actually getting on with their shit. They are doing their own streams, which is good. So leave them to what they're doing. As long as they don't start with me again. And if they do, what can I do about it? Nothing really. I ain't going to worry about it. I'm just going to like fucking ignore it. I've seen a few snidey comments come up on my channel, especially on my other channel. Some shit started up on that. And I thought, I'll leave the comments up for a little while. But then I thought, nah, fuck it. And I'll delete the comments and I blocked them. Now, whatever channel you're on, you're going to start having people starting shit on you. But, I didn't really kind of like reply to them in a negative way. I kind of like put it in a positive way. And I thought, nah, fuck it, why should I reply to idiots like that? So I deleted these comments, which is when you delete their comments, I actually delete your own comments as well automatically. So I just don't deal with them anymore. Well, I look well, thanks for that. I have been going out a lot more. I've been going out every single day. Like, I've got like a little notification thing on it. It's like a step meter. And it counts how many steps I do. Every day I've been doing over 10,000 steps, which is over 4 miles. Now, some people might say, well, I can walk 4 miles, I can do 20 miles. Well, maybe you can do, but I have arthritis in my knee, my left knee. And when I put my knee down, it bloody hurts, I shouldn't have it, crossed over like this, but, I've still got kind of exercise it. All right, catch you later, Mooney. Even this one gets a little bit kind of like numb sometimes, but I just go out, and if it starts raining, then I decide to come home. But we haven't had much rain, apart from, not even a day we didn't have that much rain. Talking about not much rain, it's raining now. I can see it on the balcony DVR. Yeah, it's raining. But it's going to be sunny tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might just go out and do a little bit of metal detecting. I keep wanting to go out and metal detect, but I keep putting it off because I just want to thinking like, oh, I'll go metal detecting today. You know, it means I'm not walking around looking for, you know, bits I can bring home, and you know, and there might be a possibility that I might miss something. You know, I might miss another computer or another preview box, or you know, some other kind of stuff. You know, I'm thinking, should I or shouldn't I? And like today, I was going to go metal detecting, but I couldn't, because as I say, I had to wait for the electrician to come around. Well, yesterday, Friday, I'd say. Good to Saturday now. So, happy weekend, everyone. So, yeah, like, you know, I had to stay in until he came round, and, you know, it said 2 to 4 hours, and he was here just over 2 hours doing, like, you know, electrical work, you know, checking all the connections. He didn't really do the lights, but he's doing, like, the main things, like the sockets and the breakers and all that kind of stuff. And he actually can't, every time he'd done something, he had to like type it into his like tablet to say, well, you know, this is working, that's okay. There's a fault on that one, repairing fault, you know, had to go down and get the parts to repair the fault. And but he was over, you know, he was there for just over 2 hours. The only plug socket he didn't do was that one at the back, because I don't use that one behind that cupboard, and one where my dad's chair is. I said, you can get your own man there, you know, you can put plugs on, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a squeeze. But he goes, no, don't worry about it. But he done all the other sockets. You know, when I found my laptop, right, I was trying to charge it up, and he must have shut my fucking system, well, cut my power about 5 times while I was trying to charge up my bloody laptop. And it still ain't been charged up, because I fucking forgot about charging it up, you know. But, as I say, like earlier, talking about the laptop, I turned it on, and it took like nearly 10 minutes for it to get back on to the main screen and to load up bloody Google Chrome and load up YouTube. So I ran CC Cleaner, and I reinstalled System Mechanic, and it's still kind of running slow. So I might have to like just format it again and put Windows XP or Windows 7 on. As long as I can get my DVR software up and running again, which should work on now, then that's the main thing. So, you know, I've got the DVR software on this one, which I can still use, just that I can't get this PC to connect onto the big screen TV. I had more luck with the laptop connecting to the big screen TV than I've had with the PC. So if I can get that working faster, you know, then I can try to get that back working on big screen. And then I can like do an overnight stream with the actual big screen TV. Yeah, that's what it is. It's who's starting drama up? Hey, bit stiff, eh? We all get stiff sometimes, mate. Depends on what kind of stiffness you mean. Shh, stop it. Get my channel flagged. Now, my knee does get kind of stiff sometimes, and like, you know, when I'm walking up those 3 little flights of stairs, I did actually count in this 8 steps to each flight, and when you're walking up each step, you can hear my knee go. You know, I even had to stop a couple of times today because my bloody foot was killing me. Don't worry, you ain't smelly vision. Look, that's my blister. And I've got one on here that's gone now, but look at that fucker. Look how big it is. So someone can't turn around and say, oh, he's only saying that to get that little bit of sympathy. Oh, he's faking that. Whoa. He's faked that blister. Well, that looks like a blister to me, mate. I could be funny about it, you know, and say a few other things, but nah, better not. I might start a drama up again. That's what I mean. Like, you know, if I can get it on multiple screens, it's going to be, you know, like the old times, really. But it's not going to be like the old times because the Google Hangouts are closed down, and I can't screen share it. You know, so the only way I'm going to do it. No, it's going to be too small for the CCTV to be on here. Because, like, look, I could have it like that, you know, kind of thing. Move that out of the way. And have it like that. But it's too small. I can't even fucking see what I'm doing. You know, I'll have it over on the big screen. Over there, kind of thing. And have the camera back more. So you can actually see the screen, you know, each room bigger, kind of thing, you know. I seriously, honestly do need to get the money to change them cables over because my kitchen one went off again last night. And it's because it's got a fray and I had to like keep mucking around trying to connect the cable back together and stick the tape on it. It's raining, it's pouring. It's actually pissing down a rain. Now, was that the wind or was that thunder? Oh, I've got a headache again. And I need to get... Oh, God, I've got a headache. It's like going back to the paranormal. Every time I start paranormal, I've got banging headaches. All right, I'll be honest with you. Since I've not been doing paranormal, I've not had that many headaches. And hardly any, actually. As you remember, when I was doing the paranormal, which I still will be doing, every time I was doing the paranormal, I was getting like 4 or 5 headaches in one session. I think thinking about it gives me an headache as well, actually. Right, let's do something. You're not going to see my ugly face for a few minutes. So you know, it's kind of hard for me to actually find a way of putting this up. There ain't no way of me putting up, but look, because that's raining. Look what it's actually doing to my camera. You know, it looks like over there, the one nearest to the window looks like some kind of a bat, and the other one looks like fucking that bloody thing from Ghost Hunters. One that goes around stuffing himself, slime ball, whatever, Slimer. But I've just got no way of actually putting the camera up, to be honest with you, at the moment. I ain't got a I don't even have a tripod for this. So I need to find something to have the camera erected. Don't get that fault again, Leslie. I need to get the camera stood up somehow. Hello, Esty. No, like my last tripod broke. So that's another thing I need. There's so many things I need. I just don't have the money to buy them. You know, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. No, it's like going back saying, oh, well, why don't you get rid of some of this stuff? Because I know that I'm going to need it, or I probably would use it again, you know, kind of thing, you know. Or get rid of the stuff you don't want, you know. Well, how do I know if I want it or not, you know? Because let's say like, let me think of something. Let's just say my laptop, for instance, yeah, that cost me like, I think it was about 400 quid, right? You had Windows 10 on it. So i5, and it's a 11.0, right? No, it's fully functional, brand new, practically. I've not really used it that much, apart from when I was doing some live streams. No, it's doing pretty well, near enough mint condition. Even the screen is in mint condition still. And like, you know, someone probably turn around and say, "Oh, I bet you just bought that." No, I could probably find the receipt and tell you when I bought this. I bought this like 2 years ago, probably. About 2.5 years ago. Now, that cost me like 500 quid, yeah. I'll be lucky about if to get 100, maybe 150, 200. That's like, let's say the maximum I could probably get is 200 on it, yeah. That's 300 quid down the drain. No, you're just throwing 300 quid away. It's like you go and buy a car tomorrow and you pay 8 grand for it, yeah. And then you fall on hard times and you say, well, you know, car's costing me too much money, I'm going to have to sell the car. You might be lucky to get 2 grand on that, so you lost like 6 grand on it. Because once you've used it, it's second hand, and people, you know, I know people will buy stuff second hand because it's like cheaper option for them because they don't have the money. But you've got to realise on how much money you've lost on it. You know, and there's going to be a time thinking, well, I could go out on an investigation, right? And I'm thinking, fuck, only if I kept that laptop, I could have like copied all the videos over and, you know, cleaned the memory card, because the memory card, you know, like when you're doing investigations, yeah, either with a 32, 64 or 128 gig memory card, depending on what format you're using. Like if you're using high definition setup, yeah, right, 4K, that takes up a lot of fucking memory. You know, I did do a video on my little 4K camera, yeah, which I don't use anymore. So it just it chews up the memory. The 32 gig allowed me to record less than 8 minutes of video on a 32 gig, you know, memory card. So let's say, like, you know, I was using 4K, you know, devices, you know, high definition. You don't know how long those video files would record on your devices, yeah. And let's say, like, you know, you got like 128 gig, and it records like an hour. You know, unless you're carrying a shitload of like 128 gig memory cards around with you, and keep swapping it over, that's going to be more wear and tear in your memory card slot, yeah. So what you're going to do is that someone with the right mind, you know, a bit of brain power, they would probably transfer that video over straight, quickly go over to the laptop, and then put the camera back over. Because once you copied it over, you can format the memory card and start recording again without keep like taking the memory card in and out all the time. Now, what if you haven't got the laptop to copy it over? You're gonna have to carry like a dozen fucking memory cards with you. You got that all that hassle coming home and then copying it all over to your PC. Then you got to make sure that, you know, the memory cards are going to be like decent enough, because you ain't going to want these cheap knockoff ones, are you? You're going to be paying like 20, 30 quid for 120 gig memory card, like a Sony one or Toshiba or whatever, you know, depend on the brand make. You got to keep putting them all into a card reader. Those card readers sometimes like wear down because you keep putting your memory cards in all the time, yeah? So you're going to at least need like spare card readers. And then, you know, you've got to copy it all over to your hard drive on your PC. That can take, you know, a couple of hours to do. Then you've got to join all those files, you know, when you could actually be doing it on an investigation. You know, you could have someone actually copying files over and joining them, and it's all ready for when you get home, just upload it kind of thing, you know. And who really wants to carry laptops around with you all the time? You know, some people do. Like I've got a smaller one, an Acer somewhere. I did see it a minute ago. That's done full. I've got like a little small Acer one, yeah. It's very old, you know, but it still works. And, you know, you could copy that over, you know, onto your hard drive, and it's only like a small kind of like little, it's not a tablet, you know, it's got a proper screen and keyboard on, but, you know, oh fuck it, like this, yeah. Well, why don't you show your laptop when you've got your little Acer? Because the Acer, you know, only has a small hard drive in. I think it's like about 40 gig hard drive. And like, no, I bought that about 6 years ago. And it's still good. It's still working perfectly. But it has that issue of trying to connect to the internet. And I don't know where the power adapter is actually, so I've got to try and find a power adapter. But that used to be pretty good because, like, you know, it's not as big as a laptop, you know, and the battery on here can last up to about 4 hours. I think on this one, 6 hours. So what do you rather carry around, you know, a smaller one or a big one? That's quite heavy. You know, this one is heavy, but like a quarter of the heaviness off that one. So you'll probably like carry around something like this. You've got a card reader in there. If you have internet problems, you can put a Cat5, an RJ45 connector in there, connect it onto the external monitor. It's got 3 USB ports on it. Got recording audio. I think it's still got the original Windows XP on there. Yeah, because these came out as Windows XP. You can't really put anything bigger on that, you know, it's a big operating system on it, because like it's not compatible, to be honest with you. I just noticed something on this. See, this is a replacement one because my other one broke down. And I was able to get this one cheaper. All right. Now, if you notice, this is by Acer. Now, Acer is actually printed upside down. And it shouldn't be. It should be ACER. But it's upside down. Back to front, upside down. But if you do it that way, then it's right. Unless you're supposed to have it that way. So, you know, when people come, you know, it's supposed to be like that. I know it ain't going to turn on because the battery's dead on it. And the problem with these ones, because they are old and obsolete now, it's very hard to get the batteries of these. Bloody hard. But I'd rather carry like a small one. If I had the money, I'd buy an up to date one. You know, a small one like this, which has probably got an i5 in. But this is just like I wouldn't be able to tell you what processors in there, to be honest with you. Probably like an AMD or an Intel or something. But I'd rather carry this around and do like, you know, put my files on when I'm doing an investigation on one of these than carrying a bigger one around, which is heavier. Because you know, if that was 500 and this was like, I think this was 175. You know, you break that one, it's only 175. But when you break a £500 one, then it's not, you know, something just like to turn the upper cheek kind of thing. Thinking, oh well, you know, I'll go and buy another laptop tomorrow. You ain't going to. You ain't got the fucking money. I've got a headache still. Did I? I can't remember if I looked at the weather. I know I did look at the weather, but I can't remember what the weather's going to be today. Cat's in the hallway on a chair. I want to scratch frame. Yeah, new scratch frame I bought like 4 months ago, and she's already wrecked it. You know, where she's been scratching all underneath. No, you got that kind of like stand thing. Then they put all that kind of string. All that string's practically falling off where she's been scratching it so much. I keep getting this fucking headache. No, I'm not doing paranormal tonight, so leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, so I've got, you know, I don't think there's going to be too much around tomorrow, so I might probably go out and do some metal detecting. I might go magnet fishing. So I want to go back to where I found that lead. Well, I found that 6 kilo lead. So I'm just wondering there might be small knocking around, but I don't think there will be. That was pure luck to find that much. I thought I'd only find one piece, but I found like several pieces and up to like 6 kilo. That was bloody heavy bringing back home. It's like carrying a computer around with you all fucking day. You know, a desktop. So I've got a choice. I can go and do a little bit more scavenging. I could go metal detecting. I could do magnet fishing. I could do normal fishing, but it means going and buy some bait, and I ain't got the money to go and buy the bait. And even if I was to do any one of those three, I don't even know if I've got any money on my travel card. Or I could just sit at home and relax and concentrate on clearing some of this shit up again. But I've done, you know, a lot of clearing up as it is. You know, the kitchen's more tidier. That draining board's a little more cleaner. Although I need to do the other half. The living room's a bit more decluttered. I just don't want to be staying indoors, you know. I don't mind doing an hour, maybe 2 hours of clearing stuff out and, you know, doing that kind of stuff. But I just don't want to be doing it all day. And I know people say, well, look, you know, we'll do it because then you've got it over and done with. But that does get kind of like boring and tiring. And, you know, I'd rather be out doing something else. Hello, Claire, my little troll. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Only joking. So it depends on my foot, you know, because like it is fucking sore my foot. You saw the blister on my foot, and that's not going to heal overnight. No, it usually takes 2 or 3 days for it to heal, don't it? The blister, although it's been popped and, you know, that skin been cut off. Some people say you shouldn't cut that off because like, that's what makes it sore more. But, you know, it eventually comes off anyway. I just don't know what to do today. Shut you old tart. Call me a slag, you tart. You bitch. What's going? You fuck out. We're going to come slap you, Stephen. Yeah, when you're big enough, girl. When you're big enough. But this will eventually get sorted out. I don't know if I'm going to do it this weekend. No, I want to do other things this weekend. Because, as I say, during the week, I've been sorting out the kitchen and living room and the cupboard and the balcony. Missed out the balcony, but I did tidy up the balcony as well. There's a couple of scrap microwaves that need to be thrown in the recycling. And it's just like, the shell. And that gets sent to, like, proper recycling. Don't go in landfill, it goes into, like, recycling when they melt it down and make more microwaves or other stuff out of metal, like cars and bikes and whatever. I drink my coffee. No, not all of it. Oh, I'll tell you what I did find the other day. Where is it? What did I do with it? Shit. Do not fall down on me like you did the other fucking week. Fucking printer. Nearly landed on top of my fucking head. I found this the other day, yeah? A 30 gig iPod. 30 gig. It wasn't charged up. I got it home. I started charging it up. And it actually all turned on. It actually came up. And there was some music on there. So this is what I don't understand with it. Look. Now this is what I don't understand. Like it's actually coming on right now. You can see the Apple. But it keeps kind of like going dark. I think the battery's run down now. But it was working, right? It says it was actually working. There's some like reggae rap kind of music on there. And I put it on charge. And it was all charging up perfectly here. And then I turned it off. When I went to turn it back on again, it just came up with a pure white screen. And that was it. And I could not get the icon, the Apple logo. I couldn't get into the menu or nothing. It just came up with a white screen. I did do a YouTube search, and they said it's something to do with either the battery or the screen is faulty. But it just showed just now that the iPhone was working just then, like it did when I brought it home. But now the battery's flat. It doesn't want to turn back on because the battery's flat, of course. And if I put it on charge again, it's going to do the same thing, give me a pure white screen. So I think it's something to do with the battery. I don't know. But it's got a little 30 gig hard drive in there. I might just scrap it out and get the hard drive out. I don't know if I can use the hard drive for anything else. But you just don't know what you can find, you know. So, you know, finding 4 computers, that radio, I've had 5, including the 2 I scrapped out, and found a 500 gig and 320 gig SATA hard drive in them. I found 5 Sky Digiboxes, 1 Virgin Media. It's just that it's shown none of them had fucking remote controls. And then if they had remote controls, I don't know if I could use them anyway, because with the Virgin, you've got to have like a special aerial connector, which I do not have. But it'd be nice just to see if you can get a menu up on it. You know, I'll connect it up through the SCART lead, and on the Virgin one it says starting up, but then it just hangs there, you know, because I think you need it connected to, like, you know, the Virgin aerial connector, or the TV the actual telephone connector, which I don't have. I don't have Virgin. I have BT, but also found the Virgin mode. This actually was in the same box as that Virgin Digibox. Both of them are not like that. Both with power supplies. Both seem to work. Just I can't get the menu up on the that one. Can't really do much with that because that's the connector it uses, and I don't have a connector like that. And any other connector, I've got no way of connecting it to the wall, so there's no way I can actually test them. The Sky ones I might be able to do, because I think all I need is the remote controls, and I've actually ordered 2 different remote controls, so I don't know if they're going to be the ones that I need for those ones. I think they would have worked on the other ones that I stripped out, and I can't put them back together again because I thrown the case away, and I'm not having an empty kind of like circuit board laying on the table. So you never know, I might find another Skybox. If I do, I'll keep that one, because the two other ones I found were both 500. Well, as I say, one that was a 500 gig, and the other one's a 320 gig. And I've got the hard drives down there, and I'll keep them as a spare backup. So if my, you know, as I said before, when my other computer went down, and I had to help with this one, I did put a couple of spare hard drives in, but I put some of them in like a caddy, and I still got like hard drives just sitting there. Like 2 out of 2 computers, at least some of the computers I found. These ones, a SATA. That one's a 160 gig. And this one, I'm not sure the size on this one, but I was bringing in, 40 gig. I was trying to bring them all in so I can test them out, and these 2 fell on the fucking floor. Good night, David. Thanks for coming on. So these fell on the floor and they damaged them. Because when I put it on my external connector, which I've got, you can hear it clicking. So these 2 are fucked. If I drop them, but people buy them. You know, I can probably get a couple of quid each on them for scrap. But it ain't worth me putting them on eBay, you know, 2 for 4 quid, because, like, you know, it's just going to cost me more money to list them than the final fees in the PayPal. I might as well wait until I get that 20 of them before I even list them. Make a little bit out of them. But they go in a box, put one side. Sorry, I ain't been watching what you're saying. Right? I know you're seeing them, but I'm not seeing them. I'm not even sensing them at the moment, because I've kind of like cut myself off again. Yeah, they're there. Let them be there, so as they're not causing me any problems. I tend to keep repeating myself as well on some things. No, that's not the one. So I can't remember what I did with the. Oh, it is. I found my old iPhone 4. That works still. Got no reception because I used to use this one, and when my contract ran out, I went on to my other phone. But that works. I could probably get about 10, 15 quid on it, maybe. And you know what I have lost? Oh no, it was there. So as soon as I plug this in, and it starts charging up, I'm going to get the white screen on it. I don't even know it's going to charge up again, actually. I think the battery's fucked on this one. But people, I could put this on like 40, but good working hard drive, and someone might offer me 5-10 quid for it. I don't know. That's a good thing about it when you're going out scrapping, But I ain't put nothing on eBay because like the situation, people being arseholes, kind of thing. Although I'm covered, I can put whatever I want on eBay. I'm covered. I've got a couple like PC boards on there, but they not even fucking. I sold one PC board to a guy in where was it? It was a Spanish guy. I think he was in Florida, and I don't like sending my stuff over abroad, because if it gets lost or damaged, I'm out of pocket all the time. So anything I put in on my eBay, I'll put it as like UK buyers only. And for some reason, I didn't put the settings right on there, and it went like anyone could bid on it, worldwide. If you set it as UK, only the UK buyers can buy it. But for some reason, I didn't set it to UK, and it went worldwide. This guy bidded on it. He bidded like 20 quid for one of the motherboards, which is like, worth a little bit of money because it's one of the old ones, as I said, yeah. And cheeky bugger goes, "Oh, can I negotiate the price?" I said, "No, mate, you bidded on that. That's what you're going to be paying." He goes, "Right, well, I need some time to get the money." I said, "How long?" He goes, "Just give me a couple of days." Fucking like a week. He still hasn't paid for it. And I thought, no, fuck it, So I sent him an email through eBay saying, "Sorry, mate, I'm cancelling it because it's not paid, and I don't really want to send it international anyway. And I'm not breaking any policies towards eBay. If I want to change my mind, I can change my mind." And the fucking nasty comment he sent back to me. So I fucking reported him. And it's all in Spanish, and I had to keep translating it all, So I thought, nah, fuck yeah. Then I had to relist the bloody thing again, which cost me more money. So every time I list something, it's like 36p. Then after you sell it, it's like you get selling fees. And because I never did get the money, I still got fucking charged of selling fees, So like I'm double out of pocket. If I could find, someone who had a load of stuff, it'd be nice. I'll be honest with you. I did go to Pollard's Hill one day, right? And on the actual trolley bin, there's like one of those shopping bags, the material ones, yeah. And I just stuck my head over and looked, and it was filled with cables, power supplies, cables, adapters. I thought, wow, little jackpot there. And that's what people like because it's got, all that copper inside those cables, what people like to scrap out. If you, if you, let me look for something. find something. So I don't really want to be pulling stuff out. Oh, here's one I found today. Right, let's say these cables, right? This is one of the European ones, yeah, just a double pin one. Probably from a shaver, because it's like a shaver adapter kind of thing, yeah. Right, let's just unravel this. I'm gonna put it back to go after. Look, all that, right? That's how long it is. Now, cut those off, cut that bit off, right? People keep their connectors because they're brass. So, you know, cutting these off will build up. You'll get a little bit of money for brass, you know. You'll probably get more money for brass than you will for copper, if you know. But you ain't going to get nothing for that, you know. You're not going to get even a cent, or not even half a cent, or half a p for it, yeah. You know, I think brass is like, in America, like 60 cents per pound or something like that, yeah. Now, I'd have to like have 1,000 of these, you know, even to like make a pound of weight up to even get like 60p, you know, kind of thing. That's where people like go out scrapping, so they just cut the bits off and put it in the jar and just like let it kind of like accumulate, you know, build up. And then like once they got enough, they take it to the scrappy and make a little bit of money that way. Now, with that, you know, you've got copper in it. They strip off the plastic and they get a nice little ball of like copper, like that kind of thing, yeah. Probably like the size of a gobstopper. And you keep cutting all these off, yeah. Now, if you took about, say, like 500 of these to the scrap dealer, just like that, yeah, did you know you get less money for like 500 of these if you was to strip it and get a great big ball of like, you know, copper? If it's just like, you know, copper, where you're taking it out, you get more money cleaning this than you do by sending it in like that. So that's why people do it, you know, because there is money in doing this kind of stuff. But I'm not really doing it for the money. I want to do it because like it's like a little hobby, you know. It's because you just don't know what you're going to find outside, you know. Like I said, like satellite boxes, you know, fucking radios, 4 computers which don't work, which I'm going to try to get working. Where's that thing gone? No, it's just like a little hobby, and it's things I could probably use myself, or you know, can't repair and give it to someone. And if I can't repair it, you know, just scrap it to the scrappy or throw it back in the recycling. Shit, where's that gone? Lost it. Oh well. Let's do it the other way. You know, it's something. You know, many people, if you go to other channels and watch them, yeah, they would turn around and say it's just a hobby. You know, it might be a little bit of income, but people will do it because they enjoy doing it, because it's something for them to do. You know, I'm not sitting indoors watching TV, sleeping, you know, picking their nose or their asses all the time. You know, they get out because they enjoy doing it, and it's helping the environment. You know, that's not going in a landfill. That is not going in a landfill. You know, because we can do things with it. We can use it. We can strip it for the copper and either use the copper, you know, to make things out of copper, which people do. You know, I watch Blue Stacks. Or is it not Blue Stacks? Yeah, I think his handle was Blue Stacks D on YouTube. You know, he finds a lot. You know, he gets stuff given to him, like, you know, copper, lead. Not seen him do much lead stuff actually. Brass. You know, steel, aluminium, and he makes things out of them. You know, he doesn't sell them. You know, well, I think he actually does sell a couple, or he does like competition and stuff. Actually, gives stuff away, but he actually makes things with his metals. You know, and he actually like makes all these ingots, and he keeps all these ingots, you know, different shapes and sizes and different materials. So people just do it as a hobby. People get a bit half the cash. You might see some people out there, like the old rag and bone man, going out, collecting. Can you see me carrying a fucking cooker or a fish freezer home on my shoulders? No way. But people go out and do that just as a kind of little bit of a living as well, kind of thing. Because what we get on fucking social is like fucking shit. So, but it is like another little hobby, just like with ghost hunting, like with metal detecting. Metal detecting, magnet fishing, and scrapping is practically all the same, recovering metal. And that's what it is, recovering metal. But with magnet fishing and metal detecting, there's stuff there that you might not want. I can't do nothing with steel. I can't do nothing with iron because I'd need like a very good, high quality furnace, and I don't think I can afford a furnace like that. And to do that kind of thing, you're talking about £500 kind of thing. But if you're just melting down a little bit of copper, a little bit of lead, maybe a little bit of zinc, you'll need a furnace, about 150 quid. That does it. But with lead, you can get away with like a flame gun and just melt it down that way. So same with aluminium, you can do it with that as well. I did try that actually. The guy who gave me the wheel weights, he was actually melting some aluminium down the other day. And there's like a piece that he's already melted down, and he just like melted it. I didn't even know, and I went to pick it up and fucking like really hot and burnt my fingers. Oh, that's hot. So no, it is. Yeah, sorry, I should have told you. I said, well, it ain't your fault, don't worry about it. But, people do it because he's actually made a knife, right? He made his own knife, cutting knife. What he's going to do, I don't know. But he wanted to make a handle. I said, look, mate, check out these YouTube channels. And he goes, well, I've been watching a lot. I said, well, there's one guy which I've been watching. He's in Malaysia, and he's always making things like, a lot of them is like knives and machetes, like household. What's the other one? Chopper, where you chop your meat up. He makes them all out of like just scrap bits of like iron and steel, like car parts, like rotors and bolts and nuts and stuff like that. He made a machete out of like an old, what is it? A piece of a saw blade, one of those big round saw blades, kind of thing. You just cut it out. He's using like a charcoal furnace, like they did in the olden days, and to keep that heat, he's using like a blow hairdryer, so it's constantly blowing in like cold air into the heat, and keeping the heat up. And he's made a load of fucking nice stuff. I said, that's the channel you'll see. He goes, yeah, but what I wanted to do is make a handle possibly out of aluminium. I said, yeah, not a bad idea, but it's going to be heavy in it because you've got the blade, and then you're going to have like a metal handle. I said, why don't you just like use a bit of oak or cedar? That's going to make it really look nice. I was, yeah, I was thinking about that, but I'll just like mucking around at the moment, just melting down aluminium. I sat there talking to him for about half hour. Because that day I was talking to him, he gave me like a little kind of like amount of like car wheel weights, and some of them might be lead, but a majority of them are zinc. Because even with car wheel weights now, I know you still have them in America, but over here they've banned them from having them on the cars now. You've got to have them either zinc or aluminium now. So, but I think there was a couple of like lead ones in there, but most of them was the little acetate stick-on car weights. And those almost like, I think probably about 75% of them was like zinc. And I don't know the melting temperature of zinc. You know, people just do it as a hobby. Some people do it, you know, because they want to do it. You know, it's helping the environment. It's not going in landfill. You know, and they don't even do it for money. They just do it because they want to do it. You know, as a hobby. You know, and people, you get nasty people saying, "Oh, look at that scummy bastard! You know, look at him in the bin there. Look at him asking for that fucking dirty old laptop there. Well, it's all going in fucking. You know, what's wrong with it? You know, if it's not used, it's broken. You know, and you can do something with it, and it saves it going in the fucking like landfill. Let them take it. You know, fucking this has been going on for years and years and years. You know, with the old rag and bone man. You know, used to go around the old horse and cart, shouting that rag and bone, you know, ringing his bell, ding, 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 ding. A bit like Steptoe and Stun, you know, rag and bone. You know, I'll tell you, right, seriously, the other day, right, there's 3 bags, right, 3 bin lines filled with clothes, men and women clothes. And that's just sitting outside near the bin. Why couldn't they not taken that down to like a charity shop? Because it's just fucking plain laziness, you know. And some people might go around and pick them up. Some people won't, you know, because like some people are just like idiots and stick food in with them. And like, you know, you ain't gonna want like some clothes with like dirty, grubby food with maggots all over the place. But yeah, there's like 3 bags of like fucking clothes there, and they look like nice clothes, but I'm not into like clothes because like you just don't know what's in them. And you might have fleas, mites, and you know. Some people are picking up though. Some of those clothes might be bad name clothes, you know. Now I don't know anything about brand names, you know, especially on clothing, apart from Adidas and Reebok, you know. But you know, to me, I just go and buy the cheaper shit. Like my trainers, you know, these can last me 6 months and only like £12. No, I'm not going to go and buy a pair of fucking Reeboks or Adidas fucking trainers for like 80, £90. No way. I ain't got the money to anyway. Why buy them when you can buy a pair of trainers which are cheap and still going to last you as long as some of the brand name ones? Yeah, I'll check that out in a minute. Ian. See, like, we used to send a lot of our stuff over to China, right? So did America, so did Germany, I think, and Sweden, and Denmark. And now China's put a ban on all import of e-waste because they're so overwhelmed with it. Yeah, they can't even handle their own shit. But they are actually like, you know, building factories and stuff to like handle some of the stuff now. Even the UK is like trying to find better ways to recycle a lot of our waste. Like, you know what the worst ones are? Plastic bags. They never decay. Plastic bags, you know, and some people are trying to find other ways of like recycling plastic bags. China have found a way of like plastic, but anything plastic they can recycle and make into like little plastic beads, and those beads can be used for like making other plastic material, like toolboxes, you know, parts of computers, parts of mobile, you know, anything, you know, that has a bit of plastic on it, you know, even like, you know, your fucking mobile phone cover, that's partly plastic. You know, that off, unless it's leather, you know, but you do get your plastic, you get your plastic covers, that's plastic, you know, so like your phone case is partly plastic, remote controls, you know, practically everything that we use is plastic or has some kind of plastic in it. Yeah. They're actually thinking of using plastic in new roadways now. But I thought, like, you know, over a high temperature, plastic will melt. So they're going to have to put some kind of like ingredient to stop the plastic melting on a hot day. Because if you've got like a very, very hot day and it's like 110 and the sun's beaming down like fucking road, and that road is made out of plastic, they've got to make sure that road isn't going to be melting. But they are actually concentrating on like making even infrastructures, you know, parts of buildings are going to be made out of like hard plastic as well. What else is going to be? I can't remember. You know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on like recycling. I'll tell you that for one thing, yeah. You know, and trying to support a ban on, you know, all imports to that country for e-waste. You know, like even India, you know, Pakistan, they've been doing it as well because like they are overwhelmed with stuff. I know it's kind of like a bit sad in one way because like shipping all that shit over to them, you know, it kind of gives like the people who's in the low I can't even pronounce it now, poverty, sometimes goes out scavenging and like, you know, you might get one picking up all the plastic, you know, plastic bag, plastic bottles, and they take it to their recycling and they like make £1 a day or something, you know, because like India's like fucking, you know, one of the worst paid countries out there, isn't it, really? So like, you know, you might get like 20 kilos of like plastic and they might get about £3 for it, you know. But it's, you know, their income. And you know, like I've seen people like come up with brilliant ideas. There's one video I watched where people would like get soda pop or even milk bottle pop, you know, bottles like this. And some guy had the brilliant idea of making boats out of it, fishing boats. Don't believe me? Google it on YouTube. African guy. He went around collecting them all up, and he made like a boat, and he gave it to a fishing guy in a fishing village who could not afford to buy a boat. Gave it to him free. And because it was a good idea, he goes around with a lot of people collecting all like these bottles, and they like use kind of straps and strap them all together. You know, you've got a boat about 6 to 8 feet long, about 4 foot wide, you know, all out of like bottles. And if like one of them springs a leak, all you got to do is take that out and replace it with another bottle. It's been recycled in, it's not going in a fucking landfill. And that's where he was getting them from. You know, landfills, he was getting them from fucking rivers which were covered with fucking plastic, and all they'd done was clean them up and use them. You know, like I did not know with crisp packets, potato chip packets, as you know, in America, yeah, Walkers actually recycle crisp packets. I've actually got a carrier bag, right? So I do like my chips. I've got one of those little corner shop carrier bags, yeah, filled with crisp packets, and they're going to go to Walkers. I've just got to find a big enough envelope, then I can send them off. Free post as well, and Walkers will recycle it. Even my bottles, you know, I can't do nothing with the bottles. You know, I'd like to find something I can do with them, but they go in the proper recycling bin downstairs. You know, like the TVs, radios, VCRs, DVD players. You know, so much was sent over to China that people, you know, in a low kind of poverty, was taken apart and selling like certain parts of the devices, like, you know, the memory chips, the diodes, the crystals, you know, and those all going on to like the factories where they could be recycled and put into like other devices and stuff. You know, I know Africa's a scandal. I actually sold a mobile phone, an old Nokia mobile phone. Looked like one of the old James Bond ones at one time because it slid open. You had the screen, you you know, you had the little screen, and when you open it up, you had the long screen, you had the keyboard. And I sold it to some fucking Nigerian on eBay, and he goes, "Oh, I sent it to you through one of those money programs things, you know, I can't remember what one it was." And he sent me like a code, and I thought that was like genuine. And I sent out the fucking mobile phone, and I sold it to him at £50. But the shipping was like £25 because he wanted it straight away. I got fucking ripped off. Oh, what's it called? I just had it there. I just had it that second. It's one of those ones you go in the shop and you transfer money from one country to another. He said he transferred it to me, and this was the receipt. All I had to go do is like go to the shop and give them the receipt number. But I rang them up and I asked them. I said, "No, there's no number there that matches our records. I'm very sorry, but I think you've been scammed, mate." So that's why I don't like sending stuff, you know, to certain countries. I stopped selling stuff to Italians. They ripped me off a couple of times. Africa, I would never send anything to Africa again, or Nigeria. I have sold in the past stuff to people in, like, you know, America. They know, you know, they're okay. But I don't sell international anymore. When I sell, it's very rare I sell stuff, you know. And what I do sell never gets sold anyway. I could put like 20 items on eBay, and might sell one item in about a week, maybe 2 weeks, you know. And every time, like, you know, I put it on like a Buy It Now or Nearest Offer, but I'm still being charged for the actual listing. And if it doesn't get sold, it automatically gets relisted, but I get charged to the relisting again, and it builds up on that fees, and I'm getting charged so much fucking fees. I ain't making nothing. And some people turn around and say, "Well, that's a bit expensive, you know." I say, "Well, you know, I've got a, like, let's say one of my motherboards, for instance, yeah, one of, like, you know, ones which are worth money. And that Spanish guy, the one who, like, you know, started like swearing at me, and I've reported him. I had to relist that one because it was a time waster. I knew we weren't going to pay for it, yeah, because he said a couple of days. It's been a week, so I wasn't going to wait any longer. So I told him I'm not going to like send it, and I'm cancelling it because you said a couple of days. It's been a week, so I cancelled it. And he started like getting arseholey. But I've had to relist that, and it's cost me more, again, money to relist the damn thing. So, you know, where am I making money when I'm fucking getting charged and charged and charged and charged? Because you get charged for the listing, you get charged for selling, then you got your PayPal fees. You know, if I put something on there for £5, time you take your fees out and everything, yeah, you'd be lucky to get £3. See, that's the thing, yeah. Why smash things up when you can recycle them? That's what I don't understand, you know. Now, on e-waste, on one of his last videos, I think it's the recent one, or the one before there, he had a load of computers given to him, and he had this great big box for the hard drives. And what the company had done, because of their terms and conditions and their rules and regulations, yeah, they have to take the computers apart and know the disk that your information is read on, they have to like scratch that up and bend it so it can't be used. And you know, the guy was saying, "Well, that's just taking their, you know, it's taking them time, you know, and it's, you know, costing them time and money doing that." So he goes, "Well, why don't you just like do it the easier way? Yeah, all you have to do is get it, and where that circle is, drill a hole in, and that actually destroys the actual platinum disc inside." Well, we could, but we can't. We got to do it the proper way. We got to take it all apart, and that platinum disc it's got to be scraped, completely scratched up, so nothing can be read on it, and broken or bent or whatever. And he had like a great big box full given to him, all in parts. The only thing he said he could probably do with them is scrap that, because I think that's steel. I think that's steel. Yeah, that's steel because of magnets. So what you can do is the top bit here, you can like pull that up and probably take it to the scrap dealer and get a few dollars that way. The magnets might be usable for something, he says that he keeps the magnets. But all the circuit boards, he takes apart and he cuts them off for the gold recovery. He said he's going to start gold recovery later. And the rest of the board he sells just as scrap boards, and he gets money for everything, And that is his living. And that's what he does for a living. He now buys stuff from people. But did you know the magnets in here, in the hard drive, is neodymium, and they're worth money. No, it's only a small magnet, but you've got a load of them. Companies can reuse the magnets. How they reuse them, I don't know. But they are supposed to be neodymium magnets in hard drives. One of the strongest magnets out there. Yeah, so that's probably why they smashed it, because it takes time and resources, isn't it? No. What would you rather do? Let's say you had 100 of these hard drives, yeah? What's the quickest way of doing it? Getting a sledgehammer and smashing it, or sitting there undoing 6 screws there, and probably 6 screws there. Then you've got to take the disc out, and that's going to take you at least 4 or 5 minutes on each drive. So what are they going to do? Take 4 or 5 minutes on each drive, or a 10-second, bang, done. Motherboards, I think they melt down motherboards, but people take off the gold pins. Not all people do, but some people will actually sell the board with the gold pins on it to people who melt them down for the gold refinery. Because every single motherboard, it doesn't matter if it's on a hard drive, a PC, a radio, practically even your phone has got gold, but it's not pure gold, it's gold plated. And people sit there with different types of acids, and they've got to have a big amount to actually I watched one video, and he had I think 5 kilos of pins from hard drives, these ones and other circuit boards and stuff like that, PCs, about 5 kilos. And time he put it through all the acid treatments, he was lucky to get about a gram and a half of gold out of it. And that was probably about a couple of $100, something like that. But it's people do it to say if I'm going in the landfill, How they get rid of the acids, I don't know. They've got to dispose of it in a sensible way. They can't just put it down the fucking what's the name. But even with batteries, people are recycling batteries now because it's got nickel in it. I've got shitloads of batteries, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, I could recycle that for the nickel, but it's so time consuming, And I've probably got about 500-600 used batteries. Yeah, you can buy small amount of grams, but what's the point, Unless it's, cheap enough, then maybe, yeah, but No, it's only got 4 people watching now. I'm bored them all with recycling. Maybe they don't like listening about recycling. But people need to recycle more, I like to see more done about plastic. Plastic bottles, plastic bags, plastic wrappers. It's just too much plastic. I watched a documentary. I think it was last week. During the World War, it's about the World War Two. Yeah, um, Britain was running out of resources, and they needed metal. So people used to go out and there used to be people really big containers, and even when they filled it, it was just like overflowing. People used to throw out you know cooking pots, frying pans, saucepans, and stuff like that. There's even a clip on it where women who used to wear those those suspenders, which are made out of metal, were even throwing them in because we needed the resources, the metals, for the building of planes and fucking bombers and ammunition and bombs and shit, and also for reconstructing Britain, you know rebuilding. Recycling is part of the world. It goes on day in and day out. 24/7, 365 days a week. But there's so much that doesn't get recycled properly, and there's so many landfills. That another documentary I was watching on YouTube, they are now actually considering of open up old landfills because of the gases, um, methane. Because where it's all kind of stuck in the ground, there is methane actually built into the ground where all that kind of stuff decomposing, all that food and shit, and they're going to start building up more factories nearer to the old landfills, so they could actually recycle that methane, because that methane can be used for electricity, gas, you um, heating up homes and stuff like that. I'm just wondering how many landfills are in the UK. Millions, probably. How do we know that we're not even sitting on a landfill? A landfill. I think my nearest landfill is over near Birmingham, and you can't even get access to that. But I think there is another one not too far from it. Although it's got 2 burnt out cars, I think that might have been a landfill at one time as well. Because when I'm going over there with metal detector, you just go on constantly getting things hit all the time. It's just more scrap metal, like tins and bottle caps and cans and stuff like that. I like to find some old bottle dumps. Some of those bottles are worth. There are another one I was watching. A couple of guys in America. They actually dig, 6 to 8, 10, 12 feet deep on old bottle dumps, yeah. And they find really interesting old bottles, like Coca-Cola bottles and jars and mugs and stuff like that, which are worth $500, $600. One guy actually found a particular bottle. He's found a couple of them actually. He put one up on eBay, I think it was, a few years ago, and he got $5,000, $5,000 for it. Then he put another one up just recently, and because that one, the first one, $5,000, $5,000, kind of put a bit of a peak into to bottle collectors, and people who had them was flooding eBay's market with them. Yeah, he did eventually put another one up, but he only got $2,500 for that one. But $2,500 just for one bottle. Fuck me, man. because in America, like, you know, you've got like Coca-Cola, and underneath it like Pittsburgh or Florida, or like, you know, different types. It left like different country names, you know, underneath where the bottle is, or it might have it on the side. And like certain Coca-Cola bottles over there are like worth so much money, because like you might have in a small Coca-Cola factory in a certain county that only a certain amount were ever made there, and that would make them a lot more rarer. Hello, Polish girl. £20 for a gram, or 34. Mm. Well, like say like, you know, you spent 20 quid out for a gram of gold, yeah. You know, time you built, you know, say like, you know, over time you bought like about 20 grams, you know, you could melt that all down, and you know, you might get a little bit more money for it. You might even lose money on it. I don't know. It's like silver, you know, so much silver out there. You got the silver plated, sterling silver. You got, you know, solid silver. You know, it's just like the gold. You got, you know, gold plated. You got solid gold. You got 14 carat. You got 18 carat. You got 24 carat. So it depends on what kind of like quantity the gold is as well, don't you? Really. And don't forget, when you come across like gold, it's got different metals in it as well. Gold has iron. It can have zinc in it. Um, some say it's got like crystallization in it as well. You know, you got your purities. So you got to refine your gold, haven't you? Yeah, copper. You got your good copper, like, you know, like I showed you. That you cut those two off. They put out as dirty copper because you've got like, you know, your plastic on it. But once you've taken that off, you'd have copper one and copper two. So really, that's like copper free, because it's like, you know, you've got your plastic on it. But once you've taken that off, if it's like, you know, the shiny copper, then that's worth more money. But if you've got copper with like some kind of lacquer on it, then that's copper two. It's like the brass, you know. If I cut those off, I'd get that as brass two, because it's got this kind of plastic off on it. But if I took that plastic off, and that was full brass, and I had like a shitload of it, then I'd get it as like brass one. If I kept it all on and all this plastic on it, it goes brass two. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels. But anyway, I'm going to shoot off, mate, because not many people watching now, and I've probably bored so many people. So if I bored you, then I'm sorry that I bored you, but think about recycling. You know, go to your recycling centres, and, you know, your phones. Don't forget, your phones are worth money still. If you've got phones you want to send to me, I'll have them. Not that, you know, even if they're working, I'll just probably like keep a couple of spare ones, because, like, you know, you always break your phone. But I can't use my iPhone because it's got no chip in it. It's been disconnected. But phones, you know, you can always recycle your phones. There used to be an advert on here, Phones for You or something, I think it was, where you could actually send off your old phones and get like some kind of like a recycling fee on it, and then they'd discount money on a newer phone. But the thing what made me laugh, right, you could send in like 6 old mobile phones which worked or did not work, and they would give you a discount to buy a recycled phone. It would be like a new phone, it'd be like an update recycled phone. So like if they had a shitload of like iPhone X's that were given to them, or they was able to get hold of them, and they had faults, then they would actually repair X amount with the parts, and they would be classed as like refurbished, wouldn't they? So they would actually sell you like a refurbished phone for a discounted price. And that discount was because you were sending in your mobile phones which weren't using, and they'd like take parts out of them and scrap them for, you know, possibly like for the gold and silver and platinum and all that other kind of shit what's in the phone. And talking about phones, I forgot, hang on. Talking about phones, I did find an old LG phone, but look at it, it's all kind of like cracked up and smashed. But, you know, that's just out of the shell. Look, it's just falling apart, right? Hang on a minute. I could just like take that apart like that. But you got the board inside is actually falling apart. You know, the board inside is still got like gold connectors, which people can, you know, melt down. You know, you probably need 1,000 phones like this, or any phone, I suppose, just to get that little bit of gold to make half a gram or whatever. But you got like little gold connectors on there, and they always say every little bit counts. Yeah, this just fell apart on me. You know, it's not worth doing that with it. I'll just probably find a little scrap box and put it in the scrap box. But look, hang on a minute. I won't get this bit off. That is gold there. That's gold plated. Those little 3 bits there are gold plated. It's not copper, it's gold. You know, that's just coming apart like crazy, man. Look, I only just touched it and it's falling apart. And that's what, you know, people like this in India goes around picking up bits like this just to like get that little bit of recovery. You know, you've got a chip on here. You've got a couple of chips on here, which I would probably take out. I thought it had a memory card in there, but it hasn't. But yeah, that, like, you know, I can't do nothing like that. That just go in the fucking scrap box. I've got to find a scrap box for like fucked up phones now. You know, look, in that little plastic, right? That'll take 100 years in a landfill to even like just waste away nothing. And that 100 years plus for that to decay. Now I've got to find something to stick that in. Oh, you know. I was lucky enough to find this iPhone, and you know, so as soon as I turned it on, that's what I'm getting on it. As soon as I turn it on, I get a white screen. That's the problem. I think it's the battery that's causing that. The battery's not charging up properly, although it shows it's charging up. But there's a 30 gig hard drive in there that can be recycled. Let me just put this in here. falling apart. It's even wet. Ugh. Gonna have to disinfect my fingers in a minute. Oh god, I've got it on my other phone. I need a new case for this one. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this iPod. Look, as soon as I plug it back in, it does that. But as soon as the battery goes flat and I put it on charge, then you get the iPhone logo up. But as soon as it starts building up the power, it don't do nothing. Yeah, I actually did do 1 day security in Hatton Gardens many years ago. I mean, many years. Talking about 25, 30 years ago. Went up there and we had to check people coming in because, Hatton Garden being, London's biggest diamond place, and it has been hit by, like robbers many times. We had to check people coming in, and we had to even get them to open their suitcases and briefcases and stuff like that. Any kind of things they were carrying, we had to get them to open them. And you can see like these fucking Jewish people coming with like packets of diamonds left, right, and centre. One guy must have had a couple of £1 million worth of like diamonds on him. Fucking crazy. And if you're walking around with a couple of £1 million worth of diamonds, I'd fucking security hang around me, left, right, and centre with like fucking. Well, in them days you weren't allowed to have a gun. I don't think. But I'd have like security surrounding me. We cut fucking £1 million worth of diamonds, but no, just Jewish people walking in with a suitcase, a little briefcase, going up, like fucking 50, 100 packets of diamonds, and each packet will either have 1 little diamond in, or it'll have like 20 small diamonds in. It's crazy, man. Well, anyway, I'm going to go. Cheers for popping on. Sorry it's been a bit boring tonight, but, at least gave you a few hours to chat on. Cheers for coming on, Ian, Ulrich, everyone else. I'm going to see what other new videos are on, because I've got to go on my other channel to see what other new videos are up. I do like watching the scrapping videos, though. People go along and they fucking find game consoles and games and shit like that, even some of the old games are still worth money. Especially like the old consoles, like the handheld consoles. I was watching a guy the other day, American, basically goes around the old flea markets and he's picking up like the old, remember the old LCD games, the handheld games? They still pick up a lot of money, But anyway, I'm going to go. I need to go to the bathroom anyway and get another drink. So I'll catch you later in the week. Keep an eye on my other channel because I'm still putting videos up on there time to time. I didn't do one today because I didn't really find nothing. All I found was that crappy phone and like 5 chords, and that was it. Yesterday, I found that 1 terabyte Virgin Media set-top box, that a broken down PC where the side panel and the front panel were both missing. They had like a motherboard, memory, 40 gig hard drive, IDE hard drive, 2 CD-ROMs, but 1 CD-ROMs had the actual thing out, which is all bent up, and he had a few other cards. He had a graphic card, had a spare RJ45 card in it, and some other card which I don't even know what it is. So I need to check that out. I'm not saying they're going to work, but once I start trying to build my grandson up the little computer, at least I can try the cards out, and if they work, at least I know they work. If they don't, they don't. But if they do work, I can either keep them or Probably sell them later. See what they're worth. Right, anyway, catch you all later, yeah? Cheers. Good night.